Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Full Metal Cran Eaters, brought to you by the Joint Task Force Radio Network and sponsored by Mad Viking Beard and Mustache Company. The views and opinions expressed on Full Metal Cran Eaters do not reflect the views and opinions of Mad Viking or Joint Task Force Radio. Someone will be offended at some point during this broadcast because there's always one. You have been warned, so sit back, relax, enjoy, have fun, and interact with us. Yeah.
You are no longer black, or brown, or yellow, or red. You are now green. You are light green, or dark green. Do you understand?
It's that full metal cran eating creature in the sand, creeping, keeping every man, woman, child in our land, sleeping peacefully and shatter any enemy they come across. You messing with America, then you must really wanna lost something soft. Is not of pertinence or interest. Gladly sacrifice themselves so you don't have to witness the cost of what your freedom is, and they gain it in inches. So long story short, don't end up on the ship.
It's that full metal cran eaters, 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 full metal cran eaters.
You're easily offended, then you legally should exit. There's no decency on this frequency. Our method is bringing prime time entertainment to the veterans, and those of you who know the truth is what they have protected. Shout out to Tommy Roddick and the baby Jesus, run it up. Saving 22 by the day, homie, buddy up. Sit back and relax while the dude speaks some facts. While you're here, have a snack of some color-coded wax.
It's that full metal cran eaters, 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 full metal cran eaters.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Full Metal Crane Eaters. Since Kyle's got noodles in his mouth,
Hello.
I will go ahead and start the show off. I see Frank's in here already, and our Aussie friend Damien. Welcome, everybody.
G'day, Katies. I won't try to imitate that accent again, I promise.
That was
my one and only one.
That was terrible.
I know, it's horrible.
You like the butterflies on my cup?
You know, imagine that song. I wanna fly away. Yeah. Is that Lenny Kravitz?
I want to get away.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Mr. Steve Kramer. I yelled at him last week. Steve, I stopped by his house. He was having a yard sale, and he's like, I was watching the show last week. I said, well, say something. That way I know you were watching.
Hi, Steve.
He's an Army veteran, and he is he also works at a correction facility. So he works at a federal prison.
Nice. So he's a federal badass.
Yeah, he's a federal badass. Look, there's
Hi,
Danny.
Danny.
I haven't seen Danny in a while.
She's been too busy traveling all over the world. I'm sorry it's rude to eat on the stream, but I burned a lot of calories today. So
why's that?
I haven't had I'm doing this little thing, little physical training thing.
Hey, you still got that keyed up? Because I see somebody else is on the show.
Do I have what keyed up?
My name's Jeff.
Oh, I do.
Because he's there.
Is that yeah?
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
My name.
What's up, Jeff?
That was fun having him on the show last week.
That was great. Yeah.
How many you got in now?
200 and
Should be 240 something, right? Or 250? Almost.
about 228.
228?
228, 229.
So you get like 60.
Oh, is that right? 300. Yeah, 224.
224. Yeah. Because you finished Saturday, right?
Yeah, I got 2 more days.
2 more days. 2 more days to do 76
miles.
Yeah, 76 miles.
Psh. It's easy.
He was running till Saturday. And if you want to donate Danny, he has the PayPal link up.
PayPal and Venmo.
PayPal, Venmo.
We're going to keep the all that up and going until the end of July. So a couple extra weeks, right? Yeah. Week and a half.
Yeah, but he has the PayPal and Venmo. If you want to put it in the show, I mean, you can.
Yeah, go. Let me go ahead and make that.
He challenged everybody who's on his because he's my brother page to donate $1. I challenge everybody to donate $1.
I'm typing this out, so I'm not trying to.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take this time since Kyle's typing to thank our sponsors, Mad Viking Beard and Mustache Company. And I do believe the Jays are going to come on in a couple weeks.
I'm trying to work.
We're trying. They're so hard to nail down.
They just went to like Europe for like 2 weeks.
I mean, they went to Ireland and Iceland and Norway, didn't they?
Norway, Scotland, Ireland, London. They went all over the place. It was awesome watching it.
They were doing pretty much a Viking tour.
I'll just do this. Nope. Edit. Scroll across the bottom. There we go. There we go. What's going on?
Yeah, I seen that earlier. I was had a little thought in the back of my head when that went on.
Like where that came from?
Yeah.
So I got something today.
Is that what you were eating?
No, this isn't. I'm going to.
I
found a new thing of Pringles. But everyone knows what the show Hot Ones is on YouTube. They have Hot Ones Pringles now.
Nice.
And supposedly, it is pretty high up on the heat scale. So, gonna try it. My kid likes hot stuff too, so
I've got about 20 sriracha peppers growing right now and some cayenne peppers. Nice. All on the vine. Getting ready to go. I'm going to dry them. I'm going to make a little bit of my own powder. Going to hang them up and dry them and just let them go. My own seasoning. Donovan!
I think Donovan was kidnapped. I didn't think people our age were allowed to use the word fam.
Yeah, you know what? It might be Athena.
Donovan, blink twice if you need help.
It might be Athena in a Donovan wig.
Yes, Damon. The PayPal and the Venmo are both on the Because He's My Brother page. And they're scrolling across the bottom as well. We are. Oh, God. Please, Donovan, don't do that. That's very cringe. We are trying to raise some money for a veteran that's possibly losing his house. So that's what this is going for. Normally I have months to plan for this. This year I did not. I'm just going to do it.
Hey, since Donovan's on here, I know you've seen it, but when I was, I'm okay. So I'm working for a company called Primerica. I'm gonna plug this real quick, only because people think I got hacked.
I know. Every time you post, I'm like, blink twice if you need help.
So I'm working for this company called Primerica on the side, and what we do is some financial security stuff to help people who struggle, like myself, and try to get them in better positions by saving them money with car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, identity theft, home security systems, wills. And
identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
it is not. Legal services with wills and stuff like that. But so I'm not certified to do the insurance part yet, but I can do the home security system. So I put it out there that, hey, if you need a home security system or interested in the one, contact me, and I'll put you in contact with my sales rep, directly with the sales rep, and of course I get a kickback from this. There's money involved, so
Right.
Depending on the week, like this week, it's double rewards. I get $500 per sell any security system. Now next week it could be 250 in an iPad, or 250 in AirPods, or something like that. So I mean, but the double weeks I try to sell a little bit harder. So I put that on there, and Nick,
He likes to go harder.
Nick gets on there and says, well, can you help with the indoor cameras? I said, I already have one in there. Thank you, bathroom duck.
That was great.
And I don't think Nick's caught on to it. In with the VA, so far so good. So far so good with the VA. I've done all my CMPs, my compensation pension exams. We're in the waiting game now to see what rating, if any, that I'm going to get. But it looks really good for everything. I just haven't seen the results of my back exam yet. They're still waiting to upload. They're still uploading it. But I think there's going to be another exam that comes with that. So things on that front are going good. Yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it comes in soon, because don't be like me and wait 23 years before you file anything. Of course, you younger veterans know coming out that, hey, go file for stuff. When I was in, because I'm old, when it got out in 99, I didn't know that.
You are.
I'm on my phone, and I need to know if I'm just watching with captions, and I died. The bathroom duck. Yes. So that's what's going on with the VA stuff. Been trying to keep up with Kyle all week. I've been on vacation, trying to just relax and get my head right. But I've been at the county fair for 2 days. Not today, but the 2 days before this. And man, if you want to people watch, Walmart has nothing on a county fair.
Especially honestly, in Ohio.
Walmart has nothing on a county fair to people watch. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
It is something else. So yeah. So last weekend they had incarceration that Jason and Albert were working at, and Link. That went great. To see the pictures of Albert hanging out with Jelly Roll at the end is pretty awesome.
I'm not even a fan of Jelly Roll, but that was cool.
Jelly Roll has a Save 22 coin now because of Rio. Because Albert gave Rio a coin to give to a musician back there, because Rio found us They found everybody there, which is awesome. You know, Rio remembers to go say hi to the guys, but he says, "Give me a coin, and I'll make sure Jelly Roll gets one." So
That's cool.
Rio's going back, and there's a video. There's actual a TikTok on Made to Rise's page. Rio's walking up to Jelly Roll, and you see his hands cupped, and he shakes his hand. And I knew right then, because Jelly Roll kind of looks at his hand afterwards and just kind of shook his head. But you know, Rio relayed that coin, and then he came and talked to Albert after his set. So
That's awesome. Yeah, that picture of them two talking was awesome.
and he does have a few good songs that I like, but I couldn't tell you the names of them until I hear them. You know, it kind of pops up in my playlist. I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And then,
I've listened to him a little bit. It's not my shtick really, but I came across a video of his the other day on YouTube of when he was on the Grand Ole Opry with Craig Morgan, and he did Almost Home with Craig Morgan, and that was really good.
Now I'm a Mercules fan. I don't know if you've ever seen Mercules. Look him up. He has a song. He has a couple good songs. It relates to suicide. So he's out of Canada. He'll take what's hot in rap now and make it his own. He's just he'll redo it.
Kind of like Tom McDonald.
He's better than Tom McDonald.
Ooh, that's a bold statement there, Tom. I'm not even a fan of rap, and that's a bold statement.
I don't like how Tom McDonald's too politicized. Everything's political. Everything's got to be racial with Tom McDonald. So that's where I stand with that. I don't know how many songs you can have called White Boys. So
I mean, I get that, but
I'm not a big Tom McDonald fan. I mean,
he came out with a song the other day. Like I said, I don't listen to rap. I don't like rap anymore. But he came out with a song. I think it was last week called Names. It was pretty good.
Of course, Brendan was all excited that Slipknot released a new song this week, and now,
dude, it sucked. It was just like,
message him and say Slipknot's new song sucked. He's been.
I feel like they took a song that they didn't finish 20 years ago, and they were like, "Hey, we're not going to do anything to it. We're just going to take what we have and throw it out, give some people some new content."
Mm-hmm.
It was just, Yeah, at best, it was meh to me.
Well, we get in an argument all the time about Mushroomhead versus Slipknot, only because I'm friends with Jeff and everything, and I think the thing with Slipknot is they went mainstream when Mushroomhead decided to stay true to the music and the show and the small stuff, and they made their money doing what they were doing. I think that
Slipknot is great until Paul died. When Paul died, the album that came out right after that, The Great Chapter, that was peak to me. It was peak. After that, it doesn't sound good at all anymore to me.
Yeah, Tom is hit or miss. He just says shit everyone thinks, but most of us in the community say it out loud anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, to me, I really can't get into Tom McDonald just because I don't want to listen to I did that in the 90s. I listened to Rage Against the Machine. I listened to my politics and music then,
Touche. Yeah.
That was, I mean, all right, he's the Rage Against the Machine of this time as a rap. He's saying he's doing what Rage did in the 90s.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I really can't.
We get more to talk about now.
I can't hate on it.
Yeah.
Because I was a big Rage Against the Machine fan. I still am. I love Rage Against the Machine. I mean, nothing like jamming.
I won't do what you tell me.
Yep, Killing in the Name of, Bulls on Parade. Know Your Enemy. So songs like that.
That's a bomb track.
Mm-hmm. That whole CD that had Killing in the Name of, I've owned 6 times. Because I've either burned through the CD. That's it. It. I've played it so much that it burned through the CD. Which
I've got multiple CDs like that. Yeah. So we're on this topic of music. Did you see that Pantera is doing a reunion tour?
They are.
So,
Who's
as some
filling
of
in
you
for
probably,
Dimebag?
the only person in the world that can. That's
His
the
son.
only reason why I'm okay with it.
His son.
Zach Wilde.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay. That is the only reason I'm okay with this. I wish they would not call it a reunion tour. Two of the members are no longer here. Dimebag and his brother Daryl, or not Daryl, but Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now, granted, the guy they're getting to fill in on the drums plays for Anthrax, I think, or somebody, but
I'm
they
okay with
got like
that.
their original. Just don't call it a reunion, man. Like, you can't call it a reunion if half your members are dead.
Well, I mean,
But
I mean, it's not really Leonard
I mean,
Skinner anymore, but I mean,
yeah,
because
like,
yeah,
but I'm excited because Phil is singing, so I'm like, I just don't think he can sing Cemetery Gates like he did in the '90s either.
that song there showed his range
Yeah,
from calm to primal scream to high pitched scream. I mean, it was
yeah.
just
It sucks the Rob Zombie, Static X, Power Man 5000, and somebody else is playing up in Indy tonight, and I'm like,
mm,
man. I was asked to go. I had friends that asked if I wanted to go. I'm just like, I haven't been to a concert since the end of 2019 before COVID happened, and now that I don't drink, I'm kind of scared to go.
that
I'm like, I don't
temptation's
know.
there.
I don't know. It's not the temptation. I don't know how I can interact with people now. That many people, that are drinking and stuff.
You got
I
that
don't know
little
how.
pen.
Yeah, but
You'd be okay.
I just sit there and be like this the whole time. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get up
See,
and then feel the music.
you wouldn't even it wouldn't even bother you that the people around you were like drunk. You'd be like, yeah, okay. Just kind of staring at the screen, staring at the stage, enjoying every little aspect.
Dracula, dig through the ditches and burn. Yeah, he puts on one of the best performances I've ever seen live. Stage performance probably can't be beaten.
I was watching. There was a lot of good concerts in this area last week. I said Marilyn Manson was playing last week too. At the same time that incarceration was going on, Marilyn Manson's up there playing, and there was a couple other good concerts. I can't even think right offhand. I mean, it's just Ohio was rich in concert last week, rich in metal. It really was. Cannibal Corpse is coming in November to Cleveland, and I'm looking to get. I don't know if I want to
That
get
would be
tickets or not, but
There's one concert that I'm going to try my
Brendan
best
wants
not
to
to miss
go.
this year, and it is not anything that you would typically think that I would want to go to.
Journey in 2 weeks here.
Aren't they just there?
Yeah, but they're going to play the Hall of Fame.
Oh, they're not playing with Toto this time.
Mm-mm.
I missed that opportunity.
Yeah,
But
we both kind of did.
one of the people that I've listened to since I was like 12 years old is playing in November, and he's not toured, to my knowledge, locally ever, or at least that I in my lifetime. I want to go see Andre Bocelli. And I'm diehard. I love his music. I love his story and everything.
So the first time I went to DC and I rode with Marsha and Mike down, that was what I listened to in my headphones the whole way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kept me calm after I got road rage.
Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, what's a song or an artist that would surprise people that you like? And I was like, well, there's two. Well, hold on. I'm going to go back to read it, actually. Yeah, what's a random song that people would be surprised you like? And I said, anything by Adele, Andre Bocelli, and the song I Can Only Imagine. if you're just wanting a single song. And they were like, "Hot damn, that is surprising." I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I've been listening to Andre Bocelli since I was literally like 10, 11 years old. My grandma, I mean, I'll never forget this. My grandma bought me a CD one time for Christmas. Remember the old JCPenney catalogs that were like this thick?
Mm-hmm.
She gave me one of those for Christmas, and I opened it. I'm like, "What the hell is this?" She's like, "Open it." She had cut out the inside of this mat in this catalog and put that CD inside there. It was awesome. And I still have that.
Baby Shark.
No. But he's going to be in Indianapolis November, close to my birthday too. I'm like, I really want to go see him. Yes, Danny, I did hear this. I actually listened to it yesterday. Fall on Me with his son. It was awesome. I listen to it all the time, actually. He was born with glaucoma.
Yeah, he's completely blind now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or has been for some years, but you don't need your eyes to sing.
That's the thing. I want to go so bad. I'm gonna see if I still have tickets, because just now that I've said that, it's got my interest peaked again.
I bet they're expensive too, because it's.
They were like 100 and when I checked, they were like $130, which is kind of high. December 7th, so it's after my birthday.
Oh, Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see, 226. That's actually 220. That's a good. That's not bad at all. $103.
Elton
Does anybody want to go? Anybody want to go see Andre Bocelli with me and be my date?
So, I thought, you know how Dean likes Elton John, and he was going to play in Cleveland.
Wow. Those are expensive tickets.
Okay, nosebleed section were $103 a piece. Yeah. Nosebleed. I was like, yeah, man, that ain't even worth going to watch because you're so freaking high. So yeah. I kind of cut that one out because I wanted to take Dean because Dean's an Elton John fan, but man, it was in June. He was in Cleveland, and that was money. That, Sir Elton John, sorry.
Yeah.
But I catch him singing Elton John songs all the time. He'd be in his room, you hear him singing, and
it's funny. My son's mom texted me the other day. She's like, "It's Jade. What's up, Jade?" Yeah, my son's mom texted me the other day, and she said that where's that? He's walking around the house serenading her with Queen. I was like,
yes.
I said, "You're welcome." I said, "You're welcome."
Yes. You are welcome. Dean sings a lot of Queen too. I mean, can't Stop Me Now, and what's the other one he sings all the time?
I Want to Break Free.
That's another one.
I love Queen.
He sings a lot of that. He was. So we get on this fair ride the other day, and it was called the Scat, and it's you stand up on it and it spins around, but there's two of them that spin. Mm-hmm. And then it spins those are spinning the opposite way of what you're spinning. So Dean gets on it and he's standing there next to me, and I'm like, I don't know if he's going to make it. And the ride starts, and he goes, "You spin me right." He's singing that the whole time we're going round and around.
Nice. I'm not a huge David Bowie fan, Damien. I don't hate him. But I'm more of a George Michael fan than David Bowie. What's up, Jim?
George Michael. Jim!
I was watching the Freddie Mercury tribute concert they put on after he passed away. And George Michael did Somebody to Love. It was really good. And then Elton John did Show Must Go On. And I've heard a lot of covers of that song, and I would put my money on that was probably the best version of someone else singing that.
It wasn't like Miley Cyrus trying to redo
God,
this from
shut
Metallica.
I've never heard. I honestly don't think I've ever heard a worse cover in my life than when she covered that song. Like, I'm harsh on that song anyways because it's my favorite song, but like, it sounded like shit.
It was Nothing Else
I don't know why
Matters,
they would
right?
even. Yeah, I don't even know why they would like let that go out. Like,
No.
do they not have producers listening to this before it gets put on the CD? Like,
They thought it was
hey,
great.
Miley, this sounds like shit. Let's try that again, but don't sound like a fucking ran over turtle.
They thought it was great. What are you talking about?
Oh. Disturbed put out a new single from their new album that's coming out later this year. Last week, I think. It was pretty good. It sounded like old Disturbed.
Good.
They didn't. I was a fan of this. The last album they did it was more acoustic. I loved it because it was a change. But
As long as it's not Nickelback, I'm okay.
shut your whore mouth. There's nothing wrong with Nickelback, and I'm tired of people acting like there is. Miley is not good as a singer. She used to be. Like, she's got a couple songs she can sing, but ugh.
If she would have stuck towards the country side of things, she would have been all right.
Yeah. She would have been better than Taylor Swift, and that don't take much.
She would have been all right if she stuck to the countryside. That song.
She should have like wrote a song called my dad. I don't know. Something about my dad having a mullet. it would have worked because I'm like, no one else can sing this but her because her dad had the mullet of mullets.
I don't know. I've seen a lot at the county fair.
Okay, but if it wasn't for him, Billy Ray, there's no one that has a better mullet than Billy Ray back in the day.
No, you got to go back to the 80s to glam rock where the mullets started. You got to go back to like Def Leppard, early Def Leppard when they had mullets. They all had mullets.
It's funny. I'm going to see if I can pull up this meme real quick.
They all have mullets.
Since we're talking about the Pantera thing.
And I'm not going to lie, I was jamming to some Def Leppard the other day. The Pyromania, Pyromania album.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite Def Leppard album of all times.
Oh shit! That Rob Zombie show is delayed because one of the semi trucks carrying the tour's production broke down on the way to Indianapolis. Tentatively, the gates will open at 7. Mudvayne, that's who's playing with Rob Zombie tonight.
Ooh, that's
Mudvayne, Power Man 5000, Static X. Oh shit! Mudvayne will perform. Unfortunately, Power Man 5000 and Static X will not be performing. That's shitty.
Oh, so you're stuck with 2 bands instead of 1, or
4.
4
2 instead of 4. Yeah.
2 instead of 4.
Let's see. I know that they shared this. I gotta share this especially for the show. P-A-N-T Pantera. Let's add it in up here. My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
So everybody's complaining about this new Pantera thing. They're like, we want the original Pantera, which obviously isn't possible, but the original Pantera was just like Motley Crue. Like they all had the big fucking hair and the makeup and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the original Pantera that a lot of people don't know about. I think that was hilarious. I saw that the other day. I was like,
glam rock.
Yeah. If you go back and like listen to their very first album, not the very first Pantera album, because they changed their name. I can't remember what it was. When they were dressed like that, it was nothing like what Pantera sounds like.
9 Inch Nails retired and opened a hardware store.
They should have.
Let's see. You had Cinderella, Pantera, Rat Poison. Rat Poison. What was some other one? Oh, Striper or Striker, yeah, Striper. All those glam
Striker?
rock bands.
Mhm.
Striper. They were a Christian rock band of all things too.
I was watching something the other day. I didn't realize that the band called Name the Killers, when we were young,
hmm
they're a Christian band. I had no idea this whole time. I've listened to them since I was a teenager. The more you know. Can you take me higher?
Missy loves that.
Can you take
Creed.
me higher?
Oh, she's gonna kill me. I said she loves Creed.
I want
If
to send her
anybody,
every Creed song.
if anybody's friends with Melissa Indorf on Facebook, send her every Creed song in. Oh, just don't. I don't want to die.
I will. I bought a Slinky the other day.
Did you?
I did.
Did you? You know, if you stretch that out, you stood up and you stretch it out, like hold it vertically, stretched out, and you dropped it, that the bottom will not go until the top reaches to the top, touches the bottom. It will not fall completely.
Huh?
The bottom will not hit the floor until the top reaches the bottom. Then it'll go to the floor. It'll decompress before it drops.
We're going to try this little science experiment. It's going to bounce forever.
Yeah, once. It decompressed before it dropped, didn't it?
Look, Tom. I don't like your science and your witchcraft.
I happened to see a YouTube video the other day on it.
I actually bought this because I bought it because I want to make a TikTok with it.
Well, I just gave you one. Do you know? And then you slow the camera down.
No. What's the most popular scene for the Slinky in a movie?
I don't know.
I can think of two.
I never even thought of Slinky in a movie.
Everyone needs a Slinky. Everyone loves a Slinky. Slinky, Slinky. Go, Slinky, go. Ah, damn it. Can I do it again? That and the scene from Tango and Cash when the guy fucking like strangles him with the Slinky in the rack. I love Ace Ventura though.
I just happened to see a video on
what kind of things like. I don't even know if I want to know your search history on YouTube if you're finding shit about Slinky.
It was on the shorts because I'll end up watching those. It decompresses before it drops.
I guess Tom is part of the.
That energy has to. The energy has.
I know,
to come
Tom. I can understand.
I
understand how it works. I was just trying to be funny, and it didn't work for me. So I look like an idiot. Okay, which is nothing new. Happens all the fucking time.
Hey, like I said, I didn't know until I seen that, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Then you come out with a Slinky.
You want to know my search history? Hey. No, you don't.
You don't want to know my search history either. When I die, erase my phone history. No, just kidding.
Burn my phone.
Just take the SIM card and throw it away.
Yeah. Put it in a whole jar of acid. Burn the acid. And put the ashes in a grinder and then burn those.
Mm-hmm.
So we had something pretty big happen here this week in town. This past weekend, not here in town. We had a a shooting happened about 30 minutes from my house. At the Greenwood Park Mall, which is a very popular mall. It happened Saturday, and a guy, gotcha. A guy carried 2 long guns into this mall in a backpack, torn down, sat in the bathroom for an hour, and then came out and shot 24 bullets within like 4 minutes or something like that. He killed 3 people, unfortunately, but July 1st, Indiana's constitutional carry went into effect, and a 22-year-old man from Columbus ended it. He shot 10 rounds, so there's 24 rounds shot total, but within 15 seconds of the shooter exiting the bathroom, this kid, I call him a kid because he's 22, shot 10 rounds at 40 yards and hit him 8 times. That's fucking impressive. For shooting a moving target 8 times at 40 yards with people freaking out, I'm sure. That's crazy. I'm glad he was there.
Yeah. Everybody is glad he's there.
Yeah. Oh, there's people. People commenting. I was reading one on the other day. They're like, why did he have to shoot him 8 times? And I was just reading the replies and stuff. And I'm like, because, I don't know where he shot him all 8 times. It doesn't matter. Like, once he got shot, he tried to retreat to the bathroom. So the kid stopped him. But I was reading the replies and stuff, and most of the replies were like, you neutralize the problem until there is no problem. And they were like, I just don't understand, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I'm sure that if it was your family he was protecting, you probably wouldn't ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and yeah.
Yeah, you rolled in on Deep Talk. I mean, that's adrenaline too.
Right. Yeah, like, I can't imagine, like, hitting a target at 40 yards isn't super hard. Especially, like, they said he goes to the range all the time. But 40 yards, 8 times, only missed twice, and didn't hit anybody else, and it was a moving target. Like, with that, in that scenario, with everybody freaking out, running, I'm sure, I can't imagine. But it's just, those are never, like, easy to hear about, but when they're that close to home, it's even scarier. Yeah, and he's from a town just south of Columbus called Seymour, but he lives here in Columbus now. 22 years old. Just bought the gun like right after this constitutional carry thing went through. So the police chief up there in Greenwood didn't try to cover anything up, didn't try to downplay it at all, which I'm glad, because that seems to be the thing nowadays. When something good happens, in a tragedy, they don't want to talk about, well, they're like, well, that's a gun-free zone. Well, it's a good thing he ignored that, quote unquote rule. It's not a law. It's a rule. It's just a suggestion, honestly. It's not like it's a federal building or a school or something like that,
Yeah. The bad guy didn't care it was a gun-free zone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, so if the good guy wouldn't have carried his gun there, how many more people would have died? And they were like, well, he had 100 rounds of ammunition. That's so much ammo. I'm like, granted, I am very glad that not 100 rounds got shot, but like 100 rounds is not a lot of ammo. That's 2 magazines, one for each of the rifles he had, and then 2 extra. 4 magazines is not a lot, which I'm just glad that, it's unfortunate that 3 people had to die because of it, but I'm pretty sure that he wasn't just going in there spraying and praying, because his targets, the people that he did kill, I feel like were specific, unfortunately, but, well, I don't know.
Yeah, and the guy who stopped him didn't even go through a whole clip.
And that's what they were like. Wouldn't he have had to reload? I'm like, no. Like
13
my
rounds in the clip. I mean,
my Ruger that I carry, especially like when I run, it's got 9 and 1 in the chamber, so I wouldn't have had to reload. You know,
it was a mall shooting, Matt, in
Greenwood,
Greenwood,
Indiana.
Indiana. Uh, and yeah, it happened last weekend.
Yeah,
So
Saturday.
you should be able to find it. A mall shooting
Oh yeah,
in Greenwood.
it's on
Just
y'all.
Google that.
Yeah, it came up on my phone the other day, and
It's okay.
the,
We don't mind repeating ourselves just because you're late.
nope. But,
I know he misses me at work because I haven't been there all week. He's lost. They probably have him driving a truck or something. I don't know. Driving a forklift.
it's the job right there.
It beats the crap out of my back. That job kills me. No suspension on it. There's no seat suspension underneath the. There's no suspension under that
See
Toyota.
that way when they
seat.
hire the new guys, like when you're ready to retire, and they bring these new guys in, and they're gonna be like all these new forklifts and stuff. You can be like, well, back in my day, we didn't have suspension in our forklifts, and my back's jacked up from it.
You sounded like Rodney there for a minute. Yeah.
I agree, Jay. 10 rounds, hit 8. She said, I know trained people in the military that couldn't do that. I agree. Like, especially like in a situation like that, that's what blows my mind the most about it. Like, not that he hit 8 out of 10 from 40 yards in a active shooter situation. That's crazy.
I don't know if I'd hit 8 out of 10.
I know I wouldn't hit 8 out of 10.
In that situation, I don't know if I'd be calm enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was there with his girlfriend too.
And I'm trained, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would hit 8 out of 10. I think I'd stop at I don't know. If I hit
Honestly,
once,
I don't know what I would do, but like if I had to put myself in that situation, if I was there with my son, I would not have shot at him. I would have tried to get the fuck out of there. You know, save myself or my kid. But he was also during all of this, he was motioning for people to get out the door because he was right by the door.
and Donovan's right. 40 yards with a handgun is huge.
Right. I know.
That is huge. Huge.
Especially in a situation like that. You know, there's got to be people running around and screaming and don't know what to do because it's a mall. No one's gonna like expect that at a mall.
I mean,
no one
your
expects
average,
it anyways. But
your average close quarters with a handgun is going 10 to 15 yards at the most, if not closer. So at 40 yards for him to hit like that is huge.
Yeah, it just fucking sucks that we have to live in a fucking world that people do that shit, man. Like, but
I normally carry everywhere. I slacked here late. I haven't even.
Yeah, that happened Saturday, and I was up there Friday getting shoes because the place I get shoes at here in Columbus was out, so I had to go up there.
Yeah.
So
27 is the long range for pistols in the Marine Corps. Of course, you're using a Beretta 9mm, and you could take the bullets. You could take the bullets out in your hand and hit the target better than shooting with that Beretta. But that's only because they're
pinpoint accuracy on those things. Tom, what do you mean?
Oh, you mean the ones the bore shot out of? Here, this is an Army hand down. Here you go. Have fun. There is no accuracy to those things.
Yeah.
Feel like in Save It Private Ryan, you're better off throwing a pistol at the guy.
Yeah.
20 yards is max for I practice at 10 to 15. I mean, it seems short, but yeah, the M9 sucks. But I practice at 10 to 15 because most confrontation is between 10 and 15 yards.
Yeah.
20 max. But hell, I haven't even done that. I'm about to get out today and take mine out and throw some rounds in.
That's almost not quite, but that's almost half of a football field.
Yeah, that's a good distance.
Yeah. But yeah, you're a pistol pizza box. It's okay, Donovan. I still love you.
And not that accurate in a range, not with adrenaline. Yeah. I mean, once that adrenaline that's going, it could have worked in his favor where it slowed everything down for him too, where that
Yeah.
fight or flight kicked in and he was ready to fight, and everything he's just zoned in.
Yeah.
Everything slows down for you in a situation like that. Or
Rifle
it just
expert
gets,
pistol pizza.
I bet that, what was it, 3 minutes?
It
With
was
all
very
that
short. It was
happening,
3 or 4 minutes, something like that. Yeah.
I bet that felt like an hour to him.
Oh, I guarantee it. Yeah.
As I said, that time slows down and he's hyper focused at that point.
Yeah.
Where most
But
people would just run, he was hyper focused. And
yeah, it's impressive that he's only 22 years old and can do that. Granted, whether he's trained or not, whether he could do it again, hopefully never he's in that situation again.
you realize
But
a lot of people getting out of the service, they only served 4 years. They're only 23.
yeah,
I mean, they're so young. They've already fought or gone and done something, and then they're getting out at 23, 24. So, I mean,
yeah,
I can imagine it being 22 and him being able to be that calm, but
yeah,
without military training, it's impressive, or even police training is impressive.
yeah. I don't know if he's got family that was in the military or anything like that. I don't know, but no, it could have been a lot worse. And I'm just glad he was there.
Yeah.
Good guy with a gun won this time.
There's some families that were there. They're really happy that he was there.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
I
there's been
know
a lot of
the guy working behind the Taco Bell stand in there was just really happy that he was there.
they took that Taco Bell out of there a long time ago, Tom. Why'd you have to bring up old shit? I'm still bitter about that.
Okay, the Japanese,
There you go.
the mall Japanese guy. He's got free Japanese food for the rest of the time he goes in there. I mean, I'm
They
sure
were-
he can walk in and just eat like a king in the food court. All right.
They were talking about, how he's gonna have to he's already had to hire a lawyer and stuff because, whether right or wrong, he still killed somebody. And they were like, he's gonna have to get all these lawyers for these legal fees. And I'm friends with a couple of state representatives and stuff, and they're like, well, it's a good thing he was a member of the NRA because they pay for all that. Since he was in the right, they pay for all of it. I'm like, I guess I need to sign up for the NRA. Like, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I mean, if that's the case, then if it's one of those situations, it's better to have it, not need it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like AAA. You don't realize you need it until
Right.
this shit happens.
Yep.
Good thing I joined the National Rifle Association like everybody other. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on the NRA either, but I mean,
right.
It's good they have that protection in place for members like that.
Yeah. I wonder if that happened. Oh, was Rittenhouse, was he a member of the NRA?
I don't think he was only 18 or 17.
Yeah.
I don't think he was old enough to be an NRA member yet.
That's true. I don't know. That's another whole discussion there on that one.
I am not jumping down that rabbit hole. It's bad enough we did this. It's bad enough we talked about this. I mean, because that kind of jumped on our political gray line.
Yeah.
It kind of
That's
jumped
why I
on our
kept
gray
it,
line.
That's why I said that the victims were singled out. I didn't say who they were, what they were, whatever. But I don't know. It's just it's a fucking sick world that we live in, man. That's why I try to do what I do and try to be like, hey guys, let's do something good instead of something fucking stupid.
So have you been
even at the expense of my own body?
Have you been listening to Can't Hurt Me all week, or did you go something different?
I have actually.
So you beat yourself up?
Yeah. I need that every once in a while, though, man. Like, I feel like there's a gnat in here somewhere. I feel like that me and him have a lot in common when it comes to having to have a constant reminder of things.
I've gone old school on my book this week. I went with Helmet for My Pillow by Robert Lackey, narrated by the guy who played him in the Pacific, narrated by James Badge. But Tom Hanks in the beginning did an introduction to the book, and
Nice.
this is a redo for Audible. Did a redo on it. I mean, it's been on there before, but they did a redo with Tom Hanks doing an introduction and James Batch reading it. And James Batch played him in the Pacific in the show, in the series. But this is a
Nice.
whole different perspective, just from Robert Lackey's experience. Two of those guys that got out of the Pacific on the series, they had books before they did the series.
Okay.
Eugene Sledge had 2 books, and Robert Lackey had about 3 books. So I like to listen to their side of the stuff. I mean,
I'll have a book soon, ish.
yeah, hopefully.
Um,
I'm gonna start calling
I
you
talked
Brian
to
Griffin. Start typing just the title and be, that was enough for today.
no. Talked to 2 people that I'm gonna have help me out.
We gotta be good.
Oh, hello, Mother.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mother. Hey, everybody in the chat, say hi to my mom. She's in the
Say
chat.
hi to Mom.
Say hi, Mom.
I didn't break your seatbelt. Kyle did.
Oh, you see, Tom, we're friends, but I can throw you under the bus real quick if you want. I don't know why you're throwing me
All
under
I
the bus.
did was try to put it on.
He
And
did.
it wouldn't.
He didn't do
it
anything to
wouldn't go.
break it.
Oh, she goes, I know. All I did was try to put it on, and it wouldn't go back in. And I'm like, Kyle, Mom's gonna kill me.
Nope, she'll just kill me. She don't care about you. I mean, she cares about you, but she'll just kill me instead. Be easier. I had a really cool thing happen on TikTok the other day. You know how you had Ivan Moody follow you or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I have Mike Posner liked my comment and started following me last night.
Nice.
Yeah. He did a video about he was doing a talk in front of an audience, but about how he got into doing the walk across the country and stuff, and I commented, and he liked my comment and started following me, and I was like, I mean, I'm basically famous now at this point.
I mean, he's got to see that you've ran across the country by now. I mean, so
Yeah.
you have that in common.
Yeah. It's
You're
crazy because when he did the walk, I was doing the last 300 miles that I did before this one, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I was going from Missouri to Indiana, and our paths didn't cross, but they were like this. We were like probably within an hour driving distance of each other while he was doing it. It's crazy.
I mean, you guys are in that short club, of people wanting to cross.
I want to do it again. I want to do it again.
You want to go through the Rockies this time?
I have a stipulation this time. Like, I don't want to put a time limit on it. I want to be in a better financial situation first. But I wouldn't put a time limit on it, and I would do the most untraditional route, probably a route that's never been done. I want to go from like Maine all the way down, and then up into Michigan, up into the UP, all the way across Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Seattle.
You want to freeze your ass off.
I don't care. If I was going to do it again, I would take like a year. I could do it in a year,
It's going to take that long because of the mountains and
yeah,
you can take that when you get Mike Posner.
right. Yeah, he got bit by a rattlesnake in I don't know if it was Arizona or New Mexico or Texas. I can't remember which state it was. And he got bit. He had to like relearn how to walk and everything. But he went back 6-7 months later, however long it was, and started the walk from where he got bit, just like Nick when he got hit by that truck. He came back whenever he was healed and ready to go and finished it. I would time it, if I was going to do that right, I would time it out to where I'd only be there in like the mildest months. It's going to be snow, but the milder months. Start up in Maine in like January. That way, by the time I get to Montana, it's like June. Bloody Mountain's in the cold. I get up camp. I glamp. Yeah, I'd definitely have the RV for sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Doing everything to avoid Colorado ice hut. I've already been to Colorado once, Jade, and I got to see you. So I mean, like, you come to Ohio for the Save 22 hike, or come to Indiana, then we'll talk about me coming through Colorado again. Okay. I think that seems like a fair trade. I'm pretty open to about anything. I would even do the same route again if I had the chance to. But we'll see. We'll see. I have to do like 11,000 more miles by the time I'm 40 to hit my goal. So, I mean, we were in New Mexico, bro. Yes, ma'am, you are correct. We were in New Mexico when I saw you, but I was in Colorado for like, I don't know, 2 days. So, I mean, technically we're both correct. Hi, Kyle. I see our husband is hanging out. Yeah, it's my night, Athena, to have our husband. So, thank you for, I'm not gonna say letting me have time with our husband, but thanks for joining us on our time with our husband. So, um, Colorado was nice. What little I did see of it on the few days I was there. Utah was not great. The coolest part about Utah was honestly Forest Gump Road, or Gump Road, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember. That was the coolest thing I've seen in Colorado and Utah. But yeah, I'm getting ready to start working on the book hardcore. I got 2 people that I'm going to sit down with and get it done. Getting it transcribed and put in a good order because I've got the attention span of a squirrel. So we'll get talking about something. I'm like, oh, that reminds me of this. I get that from my dad. So, and just like my dad, I can talk about anything for ever.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When Tom knows.
I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
Missy just sent me a screenshot Mike posted on his Facebook. He says, after the car is done in my garage, I retire. If it's not mine, I'm not working on it.
Shit. Yeah, he said that you got that one car that was made on just a short amount of time.
Year.
So yeah, so it's hard to get parts for.
He's been fighting it. I mean, hell, AutoZone sent him the wrong head to begin with. He had to send it back. He's just been fighting everything on it, and I feel bad.
I understand. He'll get it though.
Yeah, he said he had it and it was running. He's just got to check some things, but I feel bad because.
I know. I don't blame you.
He's doing this out of the kindness of his heart. I mean, I still got to pay him, but 2 weeks on this car, I feel bad for him. I just really do. I mean, he's fixed both my cars here the last couple weeks. I feel like my car has broke his spirit.
It's never easy. I understand. Trust me. I'm getting ready to send mine to the shop again for the 5th time this year. So I feel you. But once it's fixed though. So
yeah,
that problem won't happen again. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, we hope.
I think the statistics of that happening again are pretty slim. Not impossible, but pretty slim.
tell Kyle he looks nice and blue.
Missy says
What'd
you
I do?
look nice in blue.
That's like my second favorite color. Thank you. Matches my eyes that are not blue.
I can't hear him, so.
It matches his eyes that are not blue.
They're not blue.
Where are his eyes?
They're brown.
Poopy brown.
They're full of shit. Yeah.
Poopy
Mom always
brown.
told me I was full of poop. I was mom's difficult child. I gotta tell you what, most of you guys know my situation with my son and stuff. Learning how to be a dad and everything. I don't fucking see how you guys do it. Like my mom and dad. I don't know how you did it. I would have just thrown my ass to the orphanage or something. Like, all right, I can't deal with him. It's your guys' problem now. Ooh, there's Mike. Not a car on the planet that can break me. I'm gonna start home remodel soon.
Oh yeah, he is gearing up to redo some of his house. And
Nice.
he's been. I know I message him and I'll be like, "How's it going?" But it's just me because he's been doing everything. I just want to ask him, "Yeah, how's it going?" I'm not trying to pressure him to see how fast when the car is going to be
Right.
done. And just because he is doing it, at a cost for a friend, that I want to make sure that he's okay.
Yeah.
Not that I want the car back, but not until he's done with it. I mean, let Mike do Mike's thing, because you know how Mike is. Mike's going to go through with a fine-tooth comb, and if he's got it off, he's going to fix it.
Oh, I know. He's like, "Oh boy, this RV needs a lot of work, man." Like, I'm like, "What? We don't have time for that."
I remember the look on your face when you showed back up, and there was a list, and you were like, you were almost broken before the run started, and I had to tell you, it'll be okay. This guy knows what he's talking about. When Stephanie come out from underneath of it on the creeper with a list, I was like, "Yep, you're in good hands." I knew you were in good hands at that point. I mean, I love Mike to death. I really do. I wouldn't trust just anybody working on what he has to work on my car either.
Right.
It is the thing that runs the car. It was a blown head gasket.
Pretty much like
It is
to do on a car.
He makes it look easy. He makes it look easy. I go in his garage and there's half the motor laying on one side, and there's a bucket, like a big tote full of antifreeze and water. And I said, "That came out of the motor block." And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "That's where all that was going." Because it had blown the head gasket. It was sucking all the water in.
Hey, Mike, I got a 2000 Ford Explorer that's doing about the same thing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. My sister is supposed to get a hold of you, Mike, about all that stuff we were talking about. So let me know what I need to do. I have to go to
That's like a secret conversation there you just dropped right in the middle of a podcast. Yeah, my sister's gonna get a hold of you about that shit we talked about, secretly 2 weeks ago under the covers, while I was on the cell phone, and my mom didn't know I was texting you. And
she's in the chat, dude. Leave her out of this. She's not supposed to know.
So yeah,
it's like your first time.
Okay.
He knows what I'm talking about.
What's
up, Daryl?
Daryl. Drone Man. We need to have Daryl on the show.
Yeah, we do. He's always like camping out in these 5-star hotels every night. So, I mean, he's got to have good Wi-Fi for it. 2000 Ford Explorer. No, 2004. Which is 2004.
22 years old.
It's a 2000. It's got 278,000 miles on it, though.
You got 22,000 more miles on it.
Yeah, I hope I have at least 22,000 miles. I hope I have 100,000 miles left on that thing, honestly.
It'd be awesome to see that Ford with 300,000 miles on it.
That's a lot. That's a
I
lot
bet.
of miles.
I bet you if you did it, Ford would buy you a new one.
I bet they wouldn't.
300,000 is
price-
impressive.
Yeah. It's a Rolls. I don't know what that means.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a car guy. That's why That's why it's sitting in Mike's garage and not mine.
Right. I have parts in my car I need to get like put on, but I'm like, I just want to get. I need a couple more parts. So I'm like, I want to just get them all at once, so he can do them all instead of coming back 3 or 4 times. But I'm like, dude, these things are getting expensive. Like,
Yeah,
I have to
because
buy.
they have to go find new old stock.
Right. Exactly. They'll give me $10 and try to sling me the electric F-150. Rolls down one hill, can hardly make it up to the next. Okay, that's good. I like that.
That's going to be a Buick here pretty soon, Mike. But it's going as soon as I get the Kia back. I don't know what I'm going to do with that damn rust bucket I have sitting out there. You can ask Mike. There is not a spot underneath that car that is not rusted out. I'm almost
Go to the. I got a solution for you. Go to the local high school. I'm gonna talk to you like Ohioans. Go over to the local high school and tell a kid that's a senior that, hey, this is a good car for you. You want to buy it? I'll sell it to you for $1,000.
I will not let anybody else drive that car right now. I could not in good conscience sell it to anybody else to drive on the road.
Jade, we need to have a talk about that comment.
I want an F-150.
And a question too. But I don't think you're tall enough to get into an F-150.
Ooh. Ooh, that's where it was going. It wasn't
I'm
about
just
the
kidding.
truck itself.
No, I need to buy a.
See, look, this is coming from the car guy. That car scares me.
Yeah,
That's why I'm not driving it to Columbus this weekend.
I have 3 parts in my back seat to get put on, and I need to get them put on because it's. But I need to buy a blower because I haven't had air in my car since Judy borrowed my car.
Mm.
So about almost a year. I haven't had air or heat, and it's hot. And it
that's
sucks
the
in the
Buick
mornings
right
in the
now.
wintertime because I couldn't even defrost my windshield. So I have to buy a blower, which is like $190 for that stupid thing. I'm like, that's why I haven't bought it. I'm like, I don't have to have it. It's just convenient. But I have to buy a ball joint for the driver's side. And then after I buy those 3 things, I'm going to get it put on.
Have you looked at like scrap yards for those parts?
No.
See, we got a place over here called Pull Apart.
I'll drive that shit in a baby seat.
We
have pull apart somewhere.
All you gotta do is look it up, and you probably get that part for like $50 instead of $190.
Is it guaranteed to work though?
They have like a 90-day guarantee on electronic parts or something like that.
You bet they're blowing on the window. Dude, okay, I'll put my foot in my own mouth because I'll tell you what I did.
You need to blow around Tom Reed.
I didn't even have a scraper up until my dad gave me one about in May, which I don't need a scraper in May, but he gave me one. He's like, hey, you might need this. I'm like, man, this came in real good handy about 3 or 4 months ago, Dad, but thank you. So
30 days from Pull Apart, you have a guarantee that it's gonna work.
All right. So I went out there one morning, and I didn't have like my window is so frozen over, I couldn't just drive, and I couldn't like make a hole big enough. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what do I got to do? All right, I find something in my car to scrape my windshield off with. Looking all over my car, and I got a bunch of stupid crap in my car. The only thing I find that was flat and that had any kind of like, I don't know, sturdiness to it that wouldn't bend was my old license plate. So I get out there with my old license plate, and I'm scraping the ice off my window, which it's working fine. And then the next day when the snow's gone, I've got scratches all over my windshield from where I scratched. That was about the dumbest thing you could have done, Kyle. But I got to
We're
work on time, so.
Hey, we're supposed to both look at the camera and smile.
Hold on. My phone shut off.
Oh wait, her phone shut off. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Now,
All right.
all right, we're good. You say 2004 or 2004 Explorer.
2004 Explorer. Mike, you can hijack the show anytime you want.
Mike can, yeah. No, man. I seen your post and or Missy seen your post, and we feel bad, because it's my shit. I mean, fucker. I'm looking up something for you.
I have an.
I'm listening. I'm looking something up for you.
Oh, after. Let's see. Everyone listening and just smile. Everyone listening just smile too. Yeah.
Hey.
This is the fakest smile I have. That's when I'm not supposed to smile is when I smile the most. Like, don't ever look at me if we're in a serious situation. They're like, "Don't you laugh, or we're gonna do this." Don't look at me because I'm laughing. Just saying. We're at a funeral. It's a very somber moment. Everybody looks at me, and I'm just gonna be like, "Sorry." I was that kid in school too. That's never changed.
Hey, they have one Explorer on the lot over here.
I wouldn't trust my Explorer to drive that far.
I'm not saying that.
All by myself. Ooh, I got it.
I'm trying to find a part.
Hey, man.
I'm not navigating this website very well.
I'm taking Sunday off time. I'm planning on going to the parade.
Awesome.
Mike, you're going to be in the parade? What?
He's got to come to the
There's a
parade
parade?
with us.
What parade?
The Hall of Fame Community Parade. It's not the grand parade for the Football Hall of Fame, but it's the community parade. Save 22 is going to be in it on Sunday. So yeah, Mike wants to come do the parade. That's awesome.
Text about the run. Hold on, sorry, I'm not trying to be rude.
No, you're fine.
Thanks, I try. You know,
You're fine.
I think I'm like a 6 out of 10. I mean, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but I color pretty well. If you get my drift,
I'll give you a 5. I'll give you a 5.5.
Well, thanks. I guess I hold myself to a higher standard than I am.
I'll give you a good solid 5.5.
He's like, he's a 4 on a good day.
Is it just an Explorer, an Explorer Sport?
It's not a sport.
It's a
XLT, I think.
It shouldn't make a difference.
I don't know. I'm just saying. 6-cylinder. It's not an 8.
Okay.
6 out of 10.
I hate when they ask you. They ask you at the parts store, is it a 6? What size motor's in it? I'm looking for a fucking lug nut, dude, not a damn part for the motor.
Well, you see, the 5.1 takes this lug nut because it can handle more torque. So if you put this one on it, that was made for the 4.0, the torque. See, like I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on mountviewers.com. No thanks. Blocked. How do I get that off here?
No.
Nope. I don't want to become famous.
I don't know.
It's not giving me the option to remove it.
Remove what?
That's spam comment from Twitch. Sheesh. I mean,
Mountviewers.com.
I'm talking to a famous person right here. How much more
Thank
famous
you.
can we get?
Thank you.
I don't have to buy my followers. We
Right
earn our
here.
followers
Right here.
and our viewers, our
Point
faithful
science.
viewers. Oh, I've wondered why my thing was so different tonight. I forgot to zoom in on my camera to get all this extra crap out of the frame. There, 100%.
Buy followers. I'm gonna buy some followers on mountainviews.com.
Do you think that's really gonna work? Like, is that your job? Because if that's your job, I will gladly go into people's streams all day, every day, and be like, "Hey, you want to do this fake shit?" They're both famous. What you want, Twitch person? I'm definitely not famous.
It's a domain freaking site. Buy your domain now. Oh, this domain is for sale. $3,292, $95. Buy now. Or start a payment plan.
Go to O'Reilly and look up part number 121G line EB. I don't know what any of that means. I mean, I know what O'Reilly means, but you can look up your own parts there, or do you have to ask them? I've always had them do it.
You can look up your own parts. See, I'm telling you, Stephanie looked that up for him already. She's the part whiz.
Is that for, like? I don't know if he's being sarcastic or if he's like, "Hey, this is the part number for your fucking blower."
It's a
it's a flux capacitor.
Nice. Yeah, since you're driving a time machine, we could throw it in there.
It's not that old. I mean, come on now. 2000 isn't old. 2000 was just a few years ago, man.
22 years.
No, it was just. I refuse to believe that.
22
5 or
years,
6 years ago. 5 or 6 max.
I'm surprised. Well, if it was like my car here in Ohio, it would be rusted out on the bottom, and then you'd be Flintstoning it here pretty soon.
There's only like one little red spot on it. I think.
I'm telling you, I should go take a picture of the underneath of my car. Actually, I better not, because somebody gets a hold of that, they'll be like, "That is the most unsafe car I've ever seen in my life." And Mike said it scared him, so I mean that's got to be something.
And you're driving my child in it?
No, he's driving our child in it.
Our child.
It's my child. You take Brennan to work.
So
we
is
have
Jade.
No other choice at this point to drive that car. Please don't. I have enough trauma. I will send you pictures of the underneath of my car.
Please
That's
don't.
why I said to scrap the fucking thing.
Yeah, Missy wants me to scrap it as soon
Like
as
now.
get the Kia back.
Take it to your local high school, and all them
No.
16-year-old boys and be like, "Hey,
wreck that shit and you get in an accident, they're not going to give you a goddamn insurance because you know what it looks like underneath of it.
Will you shush?
You're giving
gonna
them
smack show you.
evidence.
No, I'm not giving it. Like, you buy it, you know what you're getting into. It's a shit box. I bought.
what?
How many shit boxes have I driven? A lot. I will send you nudes if you do. Damn, Mike, you're a cheap feller.
Send me news. Well, if I scrap it, shit. I'm calling the scrapyard right now. They're not even open. I'm gonna leave a message.
Tom's will be driving the fucking lawnmower to work tomorrow.
What did he say?
He'll send nudes if I scrap it out. I am scrapping that fucker tomorrow. No,
Wait, who's sending him? Kyle?
Mike.
No, hell no. Ain't nobody want to see that.
I might I'm gonna look up to see what the catalytic converter is worth on that thing and cut it off myself.
Tom's gonna be out there with a fucking dull spoon. Just
Hey, I have access to torches. I have access to a sawzall.
but does it really saw all?
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. You know what else is good for a sawzall? You put a little pull start.
Mike, I have a request. Can you? I'll buy it, but like, if I give you a sawzall, will you install a pull start on it, please?
He just got a warning from Facebook saying he'd send nudes.
Oh my god! Like what?
The universe warned everybody that Mike wanted to send nudes.
I'm confused about this. Like, are we not allowed to talk about anything without getting a warning or a ban about? Like, does Facebook not know what a
Bad.
sense of humor is?
Bad.
God. And you wonder why nobody likes your platform. I bet YouTube doesn't strike us for that. I bet Twitch doesn't strike us for that. Nope, it's just the Book of Faces.
Getting zucked.
Jeez.
Getting zucked. You know, not Instagram wouldn't even flag you for that.
I guarantee you TikTok wouldn't either.
I don't know. TikTok's a little funny about some shit. You can't post your OnlyFans links on TikTok anymore.
Well, I get that. That's a different platform. I understand that. You just have to call it your spicy page.
Yeah, your
There's a
spicy
workaround.
page.
I'll send you spicy pictures there. Is that better? Facebook?
Yeah. Send me spicy pictures, Mike. Use the little hot pepper emoji for it.
Yeah. Spicy. Spicy pictures. Spicy. Oh. It's so spicy. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That's why I don't like leaving the hill anymore.
Sorry, I just thought of The Hills Have Eyes when you said that.
I felt bad for Mike. He was hauling my Kia behind him on a car dolly from my on my road to his house.
You couldn't push it down the road?
No.
This shows you a spice racket.
Oh, I went to OnlyFans once and I was disappointed. There was not a single fan on there.
I'm gonna make my own OnlyFans, and it's gonna have nothing but fans on it.
With you in front of it? Can make an OnlyFans calendar.
Do I get to take the pictures?
It's of fans.
It's a picture of me and my
Of
fan.
fans.
And only a picture
I
of my
thought you guys
fan.
would sit and make some real money.
Your fan is really loud now. It's like
You are my father.
you gotta go from the back.
Hey, no, it's not working this way either.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on. You are my father. Ow!
Beer gets caught.
Your hair just ripped out of my fucking face.
Shay is under the Kia yelling at it currently. Oh.
Yelling at it always works. You have to throw the hammer too. Chuck a hammer. Hammer chuck.
She is the second best mechanic in that garage.
Who's the third then?
Mike.
Oh,
You gotta
I
go
was gonna say.
Stephanie Shea Mike.
I was gonna say. I was like, where
You gotta go Stephanie Shea Mike. Mike's more like the supervisory. He knows what's to be done.
Don't do it like that. Do it like this.
Yeah, that works. I do have to go pick up Brendan here soon, so
Okay.
he is at the county fair.
I was trying to think if there's a country song. Hold on. It reminded me of that. I don't remember. It's gone.
Cursing works a lot.
It does. I have to go to the grocery store. I was going to go before the show.
Usually if I yell at my car, "You stupid dumb whore," it works. I don't know.
No, you just hit another pothole real hard, and like the noise just stops. You're like, "Oh, I fixed it."
No, there is no hitting potholes really hard in the Buick right now. Oh, it's broken in half.
You hit a pothole on your road, the whole back axle just gone. You're just like dragging the back end. There's no back wheels anymore.
My car.
The trunk's gone.
It's broken.
My table, it's broken.
My car. It's broken. Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it. Mm-hmm.
I know what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I was going to go to the grocery store before the show, but Braxton's football practice ended at 7:30 and not 7. So I didn't have a chance to go. So I'm going to go to the grocery store. I got to meet Jeff. My name is Jeff. He wants a shirt. My name is Jeff. And then get ready and go running it again tomorrow. I can't wait.
It's all for a good cause.
I wasn't being sarcastic. I really can't wait. It's fun. y'all thought I was being sarcastic. Gotcha. Got him.
Get him.
Yeah, I've listened to it like twice. I'm almost to it a second time. The David Goggins book.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. So good.
I mean, you can listen to it in 2 days running.
Shoot, you can listen to it
a day and a half.
Honestly.
Day and a half while you're running, because you're only running for about 8 hours at a time, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's 13-hour book, so it's about a day and a half.
If you haven't listened to it, you all should. If you haven't listened to it and you want to, message me and I'll send it to you. I know Tom's listened to it now. I sent it to Mike. Mike liked it.
I mean, I can listen to it now anytime because it's in my library.
Mm-hmm.
I own it. It's in my library.
I sent it to. My name is Jeff. He was listening to it the other day. So, but final thoughts. Ticker on the bottom. We are trying to raise some money for this veteran that's going through a rough time.
$1, $5, anything you can give, it is appreciated.
I challenge everyone that watches the show, follows it because he's a brother, follows Save 22. Donate $1. Just $1. If you can't, that's fine. If you can, that's greatly appreciated. And share it. It is much appreciated. And sometimes you just have to reach out, not even asking for help, but do something for someone else without wanting anything in return. So I try to live by it, and this is the least I can do to help. So just be good to people. The world's shitty enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's got more than its share of shitty people in it, so let's be good ones. That's all I got. Tell me what you got.
I've been saying it in my push-up videos, and I'm going to say it again. 3 words can save your life. I'm not okay. Once you say that, your support system opens up, and you'll know. You'll feel the love from people. You'll realize that there's people who care about you that you didn't know about. Once you say I'm not okay, and you can admit it, you're on the path to healing and recovery. So use those words.
Yeah.
That's all I have for tonight.
All right. Thank you guys for watching and listening and joining us. We'll be back again next week. Until then, see you all. Bye.
Bye.
You are no longer black, or brown, or yellow, or red. You are now green. You are light green, or dark green. Do you understand?
It's that full metal crayon eating creature in the sand, creeping, keeping every man, woman, child in our land, sleeping peacefully and shatter any enemy they come across. You messing with America, then you must really wanna lost something soft. It's not of pertinence or interest. Gladly sacrifice themselves so you don't have to witness the cost of what your freedom is, and they gain it in inches. So long story short, don't end up on the ship.
It's that full metal crayon eaters, 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 full metal crayon eaters.
You're easily offended, then you legally should exit. There's no decency on this frequency. Our method is bringing prime time entertainment to the veterans, and those of you who know the truth is what they have protected. Shout out to Tommy Roddick and the baby Jesus, run it up, saving 22 by the day. Homie, buddy up, sit back and relax while the dude speaks some facts. While you're here, have a snack of some
color-coded wax. It's that full metal crayon eaters, 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 full metal crayon